Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be update number 11 to the Throwing Shade project. And if you remember last month, I put up an update and said that I was a bit sort of burnt out on this project and that I might do this update on Instagram instead. But you guys gave me so much good feedback and just sort of cheering me on in my last update, so I was super motivated to do this update on camera as well. So yeah, that's what we are going to do today. And if you don't know what Throwing Shade is, that is a collab, a project together with the Fantastic Ladies Facebook group, and I will have a link to the group in my description box, and as well as Jessica and Amanda, who are the ones who started this project. So yeah, let's just jump into my update. Last time I pulled these 3 palettes. So first off, I pulled the Natasha Denona Safari palette, and what I said in my last update was that I was super excited to get this because I had used it a lot throughout like the past 2 months before that, and I was super excited to get it, and I still really like it. Here is what that one looks like on the inside. I have reached for like these 2 rows most when I just pull for it. I use this shade right here, like this one and this one. I use them like all the time. And I've also done a look with this shade right here, this pink, and then this shade right here as well. That was stunning as well, like not during this project but before. So I just really like really like this palette, and I will definitely be continuing to reach for it. I did one look during the past 2 months where I think I used this and this and then this. I did like a very neutral look, and then I wore the shade from my Panda palette, the seafoam green, on like my lower lash line. And yeah, I just really like this palette for like everyday looks and just sort of pull for it to help me with the matte. But I have not used like this row, as I said, that much. I did use this blue in a look, which I will show you later. So today I wanted to use this shade right here, which is Stone. I'm sorry if you can hear my phone. And then this shade right here, which is Rhino, this green, or sort of grayish green. This one is green, and then that one is more of like a gray green. So I am wearing those today. I am wearing, as I said, Rhino in my crease, and then I used Stone to sort of blend that out, and I really like the quality. I had no problem like blending it out. So yeah, I'm just really happy with this palette, and I'm really excited to have this in my collection. Then the second palette I pulled was this Emme Cosmetics Summer palette. So this is a palette where you have like a lot of singles. I bought it, as a palette. She does not stock this anymore, I believe, but I just really like this palette. I did a review, it's more than a year ago, I think, when I got this one, and I said I wasn't like the biggest fan because I had some problem with a lot of the shades like transferring, and I still have that problem. And there's something about the formula when I compare it to other shadows that makes me like, it's not my favorite formula and like feel of the eyeshadow, but they are super pigmented, and I have been super happy with them when I have used them during the past, or like the week I had I was using this one. I was super happy with the look that I created, and I am wearing sort of the green, like this lime green right here. I am wearing that sort of on the inner half of my eyelid, and I think it looks really nice. I really love that color. And I did a look where I also used that lime green on like my inner corner. I wore this in a video, and then I wore this shade like all over my lid, and I thought that was super stunning, and you guys really liked it too. So I know you wanted to know what eyeshadow I used, and it was this one and then this green right here on my lid. So yeah, this was actually really stunning, and I actually love how this palette only has shimmers in it. But like if I need a shimmery orange, then I will just reach for this one. It's a bit like corally orange, but it works. It works as a shimmery orange because I don't think I have any like true shimmery orange in my collection. And then you have like the pinks and you have the purples and you have like this stunning blue, green, and these two shades are like these two. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble pointing at everything. But these two are just really, really unique and really pretty. So yeah. I was going to do a look with this shade. I have to do that. I didn't do it, but I have to do that because it's such a stunning and unique color. But yeah, really, really enjoyed actually playing around with that one more than I used to. Like it. So I'm happy with that. And then the third week I was using this Suva Beauty palette, and this is the Keepers of Magic palette, and in this you have 4 shades. You have a white, a purple, a blue, and a green, and this one there's like an overlap, but I'm gonna talk about that later. So these are definitely not like these. There's a difference between these that sort of show what I mean. Like these are very thin in formula and very like, I think that's why I have a problem with transferring and moving around on my lips, because they are very, very thin in formula. These are a lot thicker and more like up my alley, although they are thicker, but they are not as creamy as like my perfect metallic shimmer formula. But as I said, I really, really like them. I used this purple in a look that I also wore recently that you guys also love, where I used this sort of on my outer and inner corner, and then I used like a more lilac shade on the center of my lid, and I thought that was really pretty. I have used this white shade a ton on my inner corner, and I like that one as well. I did use it once as like my face highlighter, but I thought it didn't look quite right. It looked a bit weird, so I probably want to do that again. But in this look today I am wearing this on my inner corner, and then I am wearing this green sort of on the center of my shade, because center of my lid, because I have the other like lime green from the other palette on my inner like half, and then on the center I have this green right here. So yeah, those were the palettes that I used for the past 2 weeks. Oh, I forgot to mention. I was going to talk about how there is like an overlap. I said that when I pulled this one like a month ago or 4 weeks ago, that these shades are not unique in my collection. When you look at these two, you can definitely like see an overlap. You can see this blue right yeah, you can see the blue and then this blue. They are like very similar, and then the green, ooh, and then that green, they are very similar. Like this purple and that purple, they are similar, and then like a shimmery white. We all have that in our collections. But I'm still gonna keep both of them just because they are very different formula, and whenever I sort of reach for this, I really, really enjoy it. So yeah, all of them are staying. I like all of them, and I would, if you feel like because I know like Natasha, Denona, everyone always wants to know if you sort of recommend them, if they are worth the price. And I said this in a video that I did not edit and post, but if the price is too high for you, no eyeshadow will ever be worth that much, if you get what I mean. But for me, this is worth it, and for me this is really good quality, and if this color scheme speaks to you and you know that you will use it a lot, then I think it's worth it. But if you feel like you are not able to spend that much money on eyeshadow, then it's never gonna be worth it. So that's my verdict on whether you need the Natasha Denona Safari palette or not. But yeah, let's just pull 3 new palettes. I'm super excited about this. So let's see. I have 2 new palettes that I have not put in here. 1, 2, 3. But I will, and then I will. I'm so excited about this one. I got the Lunatic Cosmetics 27 palette, which was a gift from Kana. I have used it, like I got this quite a while ago from her, and I have used it a bit. I haven't used it a ton, so I'm super excited to be focusing on it in this project. But it's the same with the Natasha Denona Safari palette. It's one of those palettes that you use to sort of complement, or for me at least, I use it to complement complement other looks and like finish them, sort of, yeah, make them complete. But yeah, as I said, super excited about that. So the next palette that I got is the Makeup Geek and MannyMUA collaboration palette. And I was gonna say that I think that's perfect, but then I will post this video, I will post in a week from tomorrow, and my makeup collection roulette video will go up tomorrow. So then the first week will be, maybe I will do the other way around. I will just do the other way around. I will, for the first week of this project, I will use the MannyMUA palette, because then that will be the same week that I'm using that palette for my makeup collection roulette, because I pulled it in my makeup collection roulette. And then the second week, I will use the Melt palette. And then this is really funny. I got the other palette that I got from Kana. So this is the Lunatic Cosmetics Supernatural palette. I think they're called Lunatic Cosmetics Labs, or yeah, Lunatic something. And the palette Supernatural. So I'm gonna pull both of those, or all of those three out, and then I'm gonna show them to you. I definitely got three kind of neutral palettes. So here is the Makeup Geek and Manny palette. So you have a bit mirror, and then you have these 9 shades. So I just showed you this in a video 1 week ago when you see this. But here is what that one looks like. It's very neutral, very like excited to be focusing on this one. And yeah, I will be using it in 2 projects. And then I got the Lunatic Cosmetics 27 palette, and this is a really pretty palette. Here is what that one looks like on the inside. So it's like a warm palette, but you can definitely do cool looks, because you have this shade right here, which is kind of cool, and then you can use like these to deepen them up. And then you have 2 shimmers. So most of the shades in here are mattes, and then you have 2 shimmers right here. So I'm super excited to use this one as well. I have used, I think I used this shade right here. I've also used this and this shade, and then this shade right here. But I haven't used others. I don't think I've used the shimmers. I have swatched them. But yeah, as I said, I'm really excited to be using this one. And then the third week, I have the Lunatic Cosmetics Labs Supernatural palette, and here is what that one looks like. So it has more of like a mauve theme, and then this one is sort of like a burgundy. These are I have used this. Okay, this was super pigmented, but from what I remember, I think they are a bit like more stiff. Like this one is definitely more of a stiffer formula. And yeah, this one is super pigmented. So I think it's only this shade right here, which is the one I have pulled from most from this palette. It has a more of a stiff formula, and then this one and this one is super pigmented. Those are mattes, and then these 2 are shimmers. So I'm really excited to use this one as well. So I'm super excited about this round. But yeah, that was it for this video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like throwing shade. I know a lot of you like throwing shade. I like throwing shade as well. Not actually like throwing shade, but throwing shade project. But yeah, please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! I like how I started this video being sort of, I don't know, very like stiff and down to earth, and then by the end when I get to talk about eyeshadow palettes, I'm like super excited. But yeah,